Good afternoon and welcome to our webcast of the 35X PROFlexx X-Frame Cot. My name is Jerry Socha, Director of Marketing for Ferno, and we're broadcasting to you live from the Ferno Experience Center. The Ferno Experience Center is an EMS simulation environment where we can recreate many of the situations that you find yourself in every day. We have a full-size ambulance box, stairs, and many other platforms that allow us to create a variety of situations. If you'd like to come and see for yourself, contact your local sales representative or call us at 877-733-0911 to arrange a tour. Now, before we get started, I have a few items of housekeeping. Our webcast today will last about 15 minutes. Now, you can see and hear us, but we can't see or hear you. So if you have questions, please use the chat feature in the lower right-hand portion of your screen. You don't need a login to chat with us. We'll get to your questions toward the end of the broadcast. Now, to get started, I'd like to invite our program manager, Jim West. How are you doing, Jim?
Good, Jerry. How are you?
Great. Jim, I was hoping you could start off and just tell us, how long have you been with Ferno?
I've been with Ferno for 19 years, and I've held a variety of different positions for sales management, and now I'm a program manager. I'm in charge of development of several projects that we have going on here now.
That's great, Jim. Jim, what do you like most about working with our customer?
I like that our customers have unique environments, unique situations. No two calls are alike, and I like working with them to develop solutions that are going to make their job easier, make the patient care, better, and that's the fun part for me.
Jim, that's exciting. Now, one of the solutions we have is the 35X. The 35X is the most stable cot on the market. And Jim, I was hoping that you could explain to us what stability means.
Absolutely. When we develop a product, whether it's a stretcher, a stair chair, or anything, we look at safety first. And one of the key factors in safety is stability. There are a lot of things that go into making a stable ambulance cot. The first thing that we look at is we look at our wheelbase. Obviously, we try to maximize the wheelbase to make the cot as stable as possible, yet still fit within the frame of the cot and make the cot maneuverable. It's one of the key things that we looked at with the 35X. The other thing that I'd like to point out is you'll notice the front leg on the 35X is fixed. It doesn't telescope within itself. So that gives the cot much more rigidity. It makes it much more stable. The other thing that's exclusive to the 35X is a box beam that runs down the center of the cot. You can see it here. That gives the cot unparalleled, best-in-class lateral stability. So whether you're at a transport height, you're at a couch height, and you're transferring the patient over, you can rest assured that the cot is stable.
So the stability, that helps prevent tips or flips in a situation, and that really translates to safety for the patient.
Absolutely.
But we have a variety of features on this that also increase the safety of the operator, ergonomic features. And could you share a little bit of that with us?
Absolutely. The first thing is the Ferno Easy Pull Handle. This is an exclusive feature to Ferno. When you're operating a traditional ambulance cot and you need to activate the lever, you have to grab the frame, release your fingers, and pull the handle. With the Ferno Easy Pull Handle, I can grab the cot, I can pull the handle, and before it's not going to go anywhere until I assume the weight, and I can lower it down. That way I can preload the handle, and I can make sure that I keep a firm grip on the cot. The other thing, while I have the cot down here, another safety feature I'd like to point out, however, is that you'll notice there are no pinch points along the frame of the cot. So if you have extra helpers when you're loading or unloading the cot, you don't have to worry about pinching yourself as you grab anywhere along the frame. The other nice feature about the 35X is it has a multi-purpose head frame. Most cots have a frame that you can either drop down or you can telescope into the main frame of the cot to shorten it. The Ferno 35X has an exclusive feature where it's multi-purpose. You can go up or down. What it does for me in this case is if I need to shorten the cot to get it closer to an object when it's all the way down, I can do that because the load wheels are not on the ground. I have 4 swivel wheels on the ground to make it very maneuverable. The other thing that it does for me is I can put it in a position here, and this allows me to do a 3-stage lift. So I'll demonstrate with Jerry. Come here, then I can lower to here, and then get it up into a load height position here. You'll notice when I did that movement, I never lifted the weight past my belt line. This is going to make sure that you don't have to use your back, your shoulders when you're raising it up. This is a real benefit for operators. I'm 6'7", and it's a nice feature for me. Operators even shorter. It's a nice safety feature.
Jim, that's great. Now, are there any other features on this cot that help with lifting?
Absolutely. As a standard option, Ferno has telescoping side handles. This is perfect if you have extra help and you need to have a larger patient. It gives them a point to lift from safely so they're not up underneath the cot, and this gives them a nice grip point.
Great. So again, we've got stability, which creates safety for the patient. We have a variety of ergonomic features, which create safety for our operator. I also understand that the 35X is a very versatile bariatric solution, and I was hoping you could share what some of those features and accessories are.
Absolutely. The 35X is a great cot in that it has a 700-pound load capacity in all positions, but if you lower it all the way to the ground, you can put up to 1,100 pounds on it. This allows one stretcher to be a bariatric solution. I don't have to buy a dedicated stretcher for a bariatric transport. I have one stretcher that can do both. A couple of accessories that we have to help that. The first being the LBS Junior. The LBS Junior quickly attaches to a 35X, and it gives you a wider patient surface so that the patient can be transported more safely and more comfortably.
And again, that supports the increased size of a bariatric
Absolutely,
patient.
absolutely.
Great. Jim, what are these wings on the LBS?
This is a feature that we have. If you have these wings folded out, they're 34. The LBS is 34 inches, so it gives you a nice wide surface. But if you need tighter spaces, or you need a tighter surface to maneuver through tighter doors, or if you have a side-loaded, side-mounted cot fastener, you can flip these wings up. This will get you into a tighter place, and also allows you to use a side-mounted cot fastener.
Great. And again, this just attaches to the cot. How easy is it to store this in the ambulance?
It folds up very tightly. You can store it in a backboard compartment.
Just like that?
Absolutely.
So that's got a really thin profile, and with these wings up,
absolutely,
you can really put it just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Great.
Some of the other accessories that are available with the LBS, you have an optional mattress. You can use push-pull handles. It also comes with a bariatric tow package as an option. So if you have a ramp and winch system and you want to winch the stretcher in, you can do that as well.
Great. Now, Jim, what are some of the other features that are available on the 35X?
Standard features are a gas assist backrest. It comes up to a 34-inch load height, so it'll fit very well in medium-duty or larger ambulances. But you have an almost an infinite number of load heights, so you can go from a Sprinter all the way up to an international Freightliner chassis. You have Scuff Guards here on the legs. You also have them underneath the frame, which protects the cot, and it's going to make your wear and tear less, and it's going to improve the life cycle of the cot. You also notice we have reflectivity here on the legs. These are all standard options. They're not extra. So it gives you high visibility at night. You have a built-in lead handle so that for a taller operator, if they can't reach the lower frame, they can use the lead handle. And we also have an exclusive sheet guard that protects the operating mechanism to make sure that it operates safely every time.
Great. Well, at this time, we'd like to go ahead and take questions from our audience. I see we've got a couple questions that have already come in. One of the question is, what accessories are available, Jim? Specifically, is there an IV pole option?
Absolutely. There's an IV pole option. We talked about the bariatric options that are available. You also have a variety of different oxygen. You have a foot-in oxygen option available. You also have a head-in oxygen that will hold a D or a jumbo D at the backrest. We have netting that can go underneath the lower frame or also on the drop frame to allow for excess storage.
Great. Jim, it looks like another question coming in. What's the price on the 35X?
I would suggest contacting your local Ferno regional sales manager. They would be excited to work with you on the 35X and any other Ferno product that would be available.
Great. Well, at this time, I don't see any other questions coming in. If we don't get to your question, we will be staying on the chat for about a half an hour after this. So if you want to continue to send in your chat, we'll answer your questions. If we don't get to your question, we'll be happy to email an answer to you. We'd like to thank you for joining us today in our webcast. If you'd like to view this webcast later, or if you'd like to share it with a friend, we'll have it up on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search for Ferno EMS, and you'll be able to find this webcast as a variety of other videos we have on our products and services. Again, we'd like to thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at 877-733-0911 or visit fernoems.com. Thanks.